Right. Ooh. Oh, we've already got a few people in. Hello, lads and lasses. Hope you're all well. Steve Lamore, hiya, mate. Hope you're well. Dave Bowie's in. Hello, fella. Gary Dando's in. And Ryan O'Kane. You all right, lads? Hope you're well. Right, let's get this place tidied up. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for me. Anyway, I've just been to a barbecue. I've been out all day. But I did abstain from too much alcohol, so we're not too bad. And what room? Got a minute. You know something? I think we're going to have to do something with this this laptop because I can't read a word on it because the sun's shining on it. Right, can everybody hear me all right? I hope so. Let's just hope that this live show goes a little bit better than the last one. Like I say, I've been out all day. I've just literally walked in this second. I've had a bit of a mess about with that thing with Knacker and what have you, and I'm hoping to have that up and running by next Friday. It runs smoothly today. Great stuff. That's fantastic. That excellent. Hallelujah. That was really bad on Friday, wasn't it? A lot of messing about, unfortunately. But like I say, not a lot we could do about it. Right, so there we go. We've got that nice and straight. So how is everybody? Hope everybody's well. Stefan's in. Hello, Stefan. Steve Coulthard's in. Luke Stinger's in. Top man. Luke the Stinger. Ryan O'Kane got everything booked for the 18th of June to see Dave. Yep. Looking forward to seeing you there, Ryan, mate. Listen, mate, you'll absolutely love it. You'll absolutely love it. Everybody who comes here, it's fantastic. You'll have a good time. You'll learn a lot of stuff while you're here. You won't be coming here to, like they do with some of the professionals, just be made to laugh. I'm going to make you into a better dart player, and you'll love it. Brilliant. Be a real good time, real good do. Right, let's plug this in. It's telling me my laptop's not plugged in. There we go. That's why I couldn't read any of the stuff. The frigging laptop wasn't plugged in, so it was all dead dark. Right, we can see a lot better now. Neil Migalski's in. Hiya, mate. Hope you're well. Dave Cummins is in. Hiya, Dave, mate. Our Dave's in from across the pond there. Hiya, Dave. And Mystery Man of Darts is here. Great stuff. So we've got loads in. Like I say, Neil Bell, Neil from Neil's Darts, went through the Knacker thing with me the other day. I think I've got it straight in my head, but like I say, I've literally just walked back in through the front door, so I haven't had time to set it up for another 5 minutes or so, kids to pick up. Anyway, Neil, I've got to say to you, mate, thank you so much. Thanks very much for all that help you gave me the other day on Friday after I had to quit the stream. Everything he said was right. What it was the internet. I checked it and it was running at like less than half. It was running at about 70 megabits and it normally runs at 35, 36. It was running at 17 and it normally runs at 76 and you need like half of that. So it was just running dead slow. So what I did was I unplugged it on Saturday night. I did the stream on Friday night. No, sorry, I unplugged it Friday night. So we unplugged it Friday night and left it till Saturday morning. When I plugged it back in again, we were back up on 75 megasecond. So it seems to have run really well since, a lot better. I think what it is, it must build static or something up in it, and it makes it worse. Hiya, Dave Fizzy, hope you're well, mate. Graham Taylor's in. Ken O'Rourke, hiya, Ken, hope you're well, mate. Bigfoot Shabba's in. All right, Shabba. Richard Evans is in. Good to see you, mate. I think is it? Yeah, it's all right. My brain's just working overtime here. Dave Bowie, evening, Dave. Hope everything's well. Yeah, I am well, really well. I'm just, I'm a bit disappointed about the way that the Knacker went the other day because I like that. It was a good way of doing it because you could actually see the dartboards and everything, and I thought that worked really well. It was just a shame about the camera. So what I'm going to do is, like I say, Neil spent best part of an hour with me, probably about over an hour. And we went through it all. I can actually get it up onto my computer now on here. But as I say, I've only just walked in, so I didn't want to set that up as I'm talking to you sort of thing, because I'll be fiddling about while Rome burns, as they say. But I'm hoping next week, what I've done is I've been onto, what's it called, Amazon, and I've ordered another camera, and I've ordered a USB bus. For the simple reason is my laptop only has 3 USB ports, and I'm going to need 4 or 5, so I'm going to have to run a USB bus to get more cameras into it. Steve McNally's in. Hi, Steve, mate. Hope you're well. Richard Evans is in. Yankee Clippers in. Whoa, they're flying in. Everybody's flying in. That's fantastic, that. Right, don't forget, lads and lasses, just a little word to everybody. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to put loads of comments in after the video's over, or while it's running. I think it's still open there. I think you can put some in. Apologies to your wife for me, mate. Yeah, too. No, it's just, that's just the way it is. Friday nights, I'm thinking, what do we call it? Sunday nights, like tonight, after the live stream, I go and watch a movie with her, because obviously she starts work again at 6 o'clock on Monday morning. So that's why I do the live streams a little bit earlier on a Sunday, so we can still get a bit of a film in, or even if it's just a matter of sitting and talking for an hour or something like that. Because sometimes we pick one of them films that you've seen before and you've seen it once or twice, but you really like the film. But it's dead good because it doesn't matter like what happens during it, you can actually sit and talk and you still don't lose track of the film. Sometimes these thrillers and what have you, you've got to really watch them and really concentrate on them. Yeah, well, there's all sorts of things I'm thinking about at the moment. I'm thinking I've been on Knacker a few times. I'm thinking about on Streamlabs. They do like it's like a live stream, but you can sell tickets for it. So what I'm thinking of doing is what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get it so as I can do like a group coaching session, so it will make it cheaper, so I can have like 5 or 6 or maybe 7 people in it, something like that. And break the cost down a bit to make it cheaper for everybody. So you'll get a coaching session. Obviously, you won't get a full hour of my attention, but at least I'll be able to look at every one of yous and give yous all a good idea of where I think you can make some improvements. Hi, Raylene. Hope you're well. I hope you've been on your emails. Have you been on your emails? Have you seen your video? That's all right. No, hey, can't you pay a super chat with PayPal? Yeah, I think so. But I don't get paid by PayPal off the super chats. I get paid off Google. So you can pay the super chats, and then it comes to me in a totally different way. So yeah, I believe you can do it off thingy. I think what you do is you do a super chat, and then you set it up. You can either set your card up, or you can set it to pay by PayPal. Yeah, Streamlabs does that, mate. Yeah, so you can go on Streamlabs. There's a link underneath the video here, a Streamlabs link. If you click on that, you can make a donation direct by card there. So, yeah, or you can pay it with PayPal. Just finished watching my video, Dave. Can't thank you enough. No, mate. No, Eileen. It's thingy. It was an absolute pleasure. An absolute pleasure. I really enjoyed making that for you. I made it a little bit more fun. I talked to the camera a little bit more than I normally do because it's you. And yeah, I really enjoyed making that. I wasn't kidding. I did really enjoy making it. Hello from New York, Michael Connolly. Hello, Michael Connolly, all the way from New York. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the crew. We get quite a lot of people, the same people here every week. You'll find it really good. Ask any darting questions you want and I'll answer them for you. Dodgy shoulder. Oh, that's Neil. Right, so yeah, any darting questions you want to ask me, once we get this up and running, if you want a game against me, we'll play on Knacker or something like that. Like you say, Zoom's all right. The only thing is I'm a bit apprehensive at the moment because, like I say, I've been out all day and I've not set it up on here. What I want to do is I want to set it up and test drive it, if you know what I mean. What I can do is I can do a private live stream, so only the missus downstairs or my daughter who's over the other side of town there can watch it and see whether it all goes all right. And then if it all goes all right, I'll put it out. Because as my mate from Love Darts, Mark, says, and he's absolutely right, I am useless with technology. Absolutely. William Boland got the last 16 today at Pro Tour. Oh, great stuff. Wayne Flint's in. Hiya, Wayne, mate. Hope you're well. From Kings Lynn, Norfolk. Can't beat a bit of Norfolk Broads, mate. I've been there fishing a good few times. Derek Oliver's in. Hiya, Derek, mate. Right, need to go, buddy. Yeah, no problem, Neil. Take care of yourself. And if I don't see you before, I'll see you on Friday. But if I get an opportunity, I might finger zoom you sometime during the week, because we really do need to sort some collaborative content out. I'd really enjoy doing that, mate. I really would. Neil Courtart, he beat MVG 6'2", with 104 average. Oof. Not all. Let's have a bit of a chuck now. But don't forget, if anybody's got any questions. 100. Not bad for first day. As we all know, it could go south from there. Oh, we've got the first super chat in. Thank you so much, Peter. Absolute star. Thank you very, very much. Let's fire up the old Roosey Bray. Mr. Roosey Brucey. Did. Right, here we go.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg dynamite to throw. Game on. 180.
Thank you so much for that, Peter. Really, really appreciate it. Everybody who donates, everybody who contributes to the channel is helping me on that path to that transition. As soon as I can actually get to do this for a living, everything will change again. I'll be able to do a lot more live streams. I'll be able to come and see a few of you. It'll just open a load of doors for me. Right, Russ Robson's in. Hiya, mate. Hope you're well. A.L. Jackson's in. Hiya, A.L. Jackson. Jack Thomas is in. Hiya, Jack. You hope you're well. Oh. Went over top instead of underneath. $100. Did everybody see the draw earlier on for the, what do we call it, for the free giveaway for this month? What was the other thing? The other little video that came out a couple of hours ago, I think it was at 4 o'clock, if I remember rightly. And yes, as you can imagine, like I said, I've been to a barbecue, so that was filmed this morning and then put out, and I did it all at once, like doing it all, sorting that out, putting the draw thing up, did the draw thing, ran back up here, made the video, edited it, put it on the thing, set it for 4 o'clock, ran out of the door to the barbecue. Had a really relaxing time, fantastic. It's nice to be actually cooked for a change. It was really nice, really good. Gateshead, all the way from Gateshead. A.L. Jackson, all the way from Gateshead. Why I mucker? Why I matter? Jack Thompson, hiya, Jack, mate. So I'm doing all right, mate. I've had a really good day today. Like I say, as I usually do, it's all like off the cuff, the stream. I did have intentions of having knacker on it and what have you, but with what happened on Friday, I'm a bit apprehensive. I want to do a couple of test streams with it to try and make sure that it works properly. What I'd love to be able to do was what I did on Friday, but do it properly. So you can actually see the boards. So you can see both boards. Hopefully still have a little me in the corner up here somewhere. Have me up in the corner, but be able to see all of the thingy of the knacker board. So you get my board, his board, and whoever I'm playing, and you can see both boards. You see everything the way that it happens, and then I can just click back over when the game finishes. And I know how to get the codes and what have you now. So I'm getting there slowly. That's the thing that you have to understand with me, is everything has to be done slowly. Make sure we get it right. Paul Boardman's in. Hiya, Paul, mate. Bohem's in. All right, Bohem. Hope you're well. Oh, A.L. Jackson's in with a tenner. Thank you so much. Absolute star.
180.
Thanks so much. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Jackson. You were an absolute star. Yankee Clipper, I saw the variables video, good stuff. Well, that's what it is. Wait, well, he's finished talking. Well, that's what it all is, and it doesn't matter what type of a throw you've got. It doesn't matter what type of, if you use an individualistic throw, if you use a Dynamite Dave throw, it's all logic. It's all common sense, right? If you're stood there and your variables are, say you've got 27 variables in your thing, in your actual throw. I used to call them anomalies, but somebody else mentioned this about a different subject, and I thought, do you know something? That's probably a better word than anomalies. So variables. If I look at your throw to analyse it, and I look at it, I think there was one about a week ago, I counted it into it, and he looked quite good when he was throwing, but I actually counted his variables, and he had 27 variables in his thing, in his throw. Way I think I got him down to about 4 or 5. So that 4 or 5 is a lot more manageable than 27. If you've got 27 things going on in your throw and you compare them down to 5 or pare them down to 3, just think to yourself, what are the chances of you getting 27 things pin perfect 3 times to hit a 180? And this is a lot of the lads and lasses that are out there that are lower level players, and they've probably never had a 180 or maybe had 1 or 2 in the darting lives. This is where a lot of it comes in, and this is where the Dynamite Dave throw, stance and address, etc. will make an enormous difference to the way that you play darts. What the Dynamite Dave way does is it takes all those variables out, because as I say to you, week in, week out, there's literally your stance. So basically you stood nice and straight upright, and all you've got is just that arm motion. Whereas you get others and they're driving the dart up with a shoulder, and once you start driving the shoulder, you've got all your chest muscles, you've got your neck muscles right up here that are actually driving the dart, and it's just getting one thing on top of another. If you've got a flamboyance in your fingers when you're throwing, flicking it like this, you've got on straight away. If you use your fingers when you're throwing the dart, you're automatically straight away putting 5 more elements into what you're doing. So that's how your elements build up. You start off with the actual throw itself, and like I say, you could start off with 27, 30, 50 elements in your throw. When you pair those 50, 27, 15 elements down to 2, 3, 4 or 5, they're so much more manageable. And all you've got to do is think how much easier that is to put right. If you have a bit of a fall into bits and something's going wrong, it's so easy because you've only got 5 things that you can be doing wrong, if any of them. And 2 of those are probably your stance, where you can't really get that wrong. All you've got to do is look down and say, right, well, my feet are in the right place. I've got the right amount of weight on my front foot. I've come up. All there is to this is I'm stood nice and straight. I'm in the thorax neutral. I've got my body upright. My shoulders are the right amount out. My arms up. Oh, hang on a minute. I've dropped my elbow. And it's like, that is how easy it is to fix. It's like, boom, oh, I've dropped my elbow. I'm driving the darts up at the board, so I know where I'm going wrong now. And it's that simple to find out when something goes wrong. Oh, I've missed a couple here. Hang on a second. So, Aileen Harvey, thank you, sweetheart. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. This is for Aileen.
No score.
Hey? What happened there? Oh, dearie me. That didn't work out too well, did it, Aileen? No score. Oh, David.
141.
Hey, I'm a proper sausage, me, aren't I? Here we go, Aileen. This is your actual one here. We'll get this done right at some point.
180.
And that's for Aileen. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Really do appreciate that. And I'm telling you now, what I said to you in your video, I believe is absolutely right. You will become a really good dart player. You've got so much right at the moment, and you've got so much to go with only a few like minor adjustments, and those minor adjustments will make a huge difference. They really will. Amazed at how many things. Yeah, well, do you know something? Everybody that I do a coaching video for says something very similar. They say to me, I think I've videoed me. Obviously, when you videoed yourself, You've watched those videos before you've sent them to me. And you've looked at yourself and you've thought, well, it looks all right to me. I don't look like I'm doing much wrong. And then when I get them and I look at them and I say, right, this is where you're doing this. This is what you're doing. You're doing this with your stance. You're doing this with your arm swing. You're doing this with where you're actually standing on the hockey. And people just go, I can't believe it. Now that you've pointed it out to me and now you've shown me where I'm going wrong, I can absolutely see that what I was doing, there was a good few things where I was going astray, where I didn't even believe there was anything wrong at all. And yeah, and believe me, Aileen, you tidy those things up. And as I said to you in that video, and I absolutely mean it, you'll be wiping the floor with a finger with the team captain. Absolutely. Absolutely. The finger, your stance and everything is really good, considering if you think to yourself, all you've done up to now is you've gone off the few little bits of advice that I've given you on the live streams, and I think I sent you a couple of messages over the period and what have you, and the rest of it you took actually from the videos. So those are your interpretations of what I'm saying, and the way that you've got yourself that far down that path already, I think is amazing. I think you've done really, really well. Hiya, Kieran, mate. Hope you're well. Sorry I'm late. It's all right. You're not in the doghouse tonight. I'd make you do lines or something, but you know what I mean? We'll let you off this time. But yeah, seriously, Aileen, I think Kieran will agree with you. You don't realise what you're doing wrong until someone points it out. I suppose it's very similar to driving or anything you do, which is like something where you're trying to learn something or improve at something. Until an expert tells you where he thinks you're going wrong and points out to you and shows you where you're going wrong, it's very, very difficult to see yourself. Ryan Parr's in. Hiya, Ryan, mate. Lines in detention, Kieran. Lines for you, Scottish lad. Anthony Perglisi. Hiya, mate. Hope you're well. Awesome. Right. Awesome. And that's it. When you get rid of the variables in your throw, it just means that you've got that consistency. With a little bit less talking. There we go, 85. Oh, pull the last one. Hoping that'll be a 140, but it's just 83. Back-to-back 83s. Oh, we're in again. Oh, Callum Reston's in with 2 nicker. Thank you. Oh, and Dave's in and all with 3. Thank you so much. Cheers, lads. Absolute stars. Here's one for Callum Reston.
180.
Awesome stuff. And here's one for Big Dave. One for Big Dave coming up.
180.
Cheers, Callum, and cheers, Dave. Makes a massive, massive difference. Thank you so, so much. And I tell you what, what you're helping me towards tonight is the lads from Soft Tip Central UK have been in touch, and they're going to try and sort me out with a gram board. Hopefully they're going to do me a really good price on one, and that's what I'm hoping to be able to get over the next couple of weeks. Hoping to be able to put the order in for it tonight. I'm going to have to see what's gone into the bank over the last couple of days, because I'm due for my AdSense payment, which is all the stuff off the adverts and everything from YouTube. And if I've got enough in that, I'm going to get myself a gram board. So then you guys will be able to play gram board against me as well. So I should be able to do some soft tip coaching. So that should be good. That's another thing that I'm looking forward to. Dave Laminx is in. Hello, Dave, lad. Hope you're well. Question Dave. Yep. I want to take up the Dynamite Dave way, but I was wondering if there... Ooh, was a way I could change the angle of the dart, as I prefer a more up angle rather than a flat entry. Trying to think now how you do that. It might work if you retained your grip, possibly. It might work if you retained your grip. I mean, to be honest with you, flat or slightly angled down are the two best because you can stack on. You can tailor it. But again, it's like I say with anything, it's all personal preference. There's nothing stopping you changing to the Dynamite Dave way and keep the thing of the actual grip that you've got now and see if that will allow you to keep putting your darts in so they angle upwards. Right, Callum Reston. Biggest thing I have taken from your advice is tips on arm speed, follow through. Totally helped my accuracy. Yeah, well, that's it. Your averages now are through the roof, aren't they? Which is absolutely awesome. Actually, you're going to need a bigger helmet for draws. Yeah. I think we might have to go from the helmet to something else. And the thingy, yeah. Oh, we've got two. Thanks, lads. That's two that have come in. Stu McNally, thank you so much, mate. Absolute cornerstone of the thingy of the darting YouTubers is Stu McNally, an absolute star of a chap. And we've got one in from Stefan as well, so let's get them in. So this one is for my mate Stu McNally.
180.
And then we'll get one in there for Stefan.
59. You require 141.
Right, we're ready for this one. Here we go. And this one is for Stefan.
180.
Smashing. Thank you so much, lads. Yeah, like you say, I might end up having to do it from the carrier bag. I don't know. Never mind the helmet. Did you see how stuffed it was with things, with slips? But I mean, that's great. Absolutely fantastic. But quite a lot of them are small amounts. Whereas if you remember, if we're going back to when I did the proper raffle, all of them were like tenors. So like there's a lot more like volume, if you know what I mean, for less actual substance. Because don't forget, every time you do a super chat, they take 30% of that. So if you put a super chat in of 10 quid, I get 7. I don't know what the percentages are with Streamlabs and what have you, but like I say, it's fantastic that I get any tips from you lads, anything, any donations are really, really appreciated, and you are absolutely helping me along that path to making this a living. If I can make this a living, I'll be absolutely over the moon. Took me some time to find out how this works. Yeah, well, it does do. I wish I had a penny for every time I said that it won't happen overnight, and I absolutely promise you, that's one thing I will promise you, is it doesn't happen overnight for 90% of people. Don't get me wrong, I get the odd person here, and I get the odd person who I do a coaching video for that reports back within 24 hours. They've got a grip of it, and it's made a huge difference to what they're doing and the way that they're playing. But most people, it takes a couple of weeks. It normally takes a good, depending on how much you play every day, of course. But if you're only doing half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes maybe a day, it's probably going to take you a week, maybe 2 weeks, for it to start showing the first fruit. But once it starts showing that first fruit and that grouping starts to come together, it's just mind-blowing. And then people are just, once they get over that first initial difficulty of changing, because don't forget, if you've been throwing in a certain way for, even if it's only a year or maybe 10 years, and some people 30 years, like Stu McNally, he was throwing for years and years and years and years the way that he did, and then when he converted, he's took certain elements out of it that have worked really well for him, and it's made a huge difference. But it didn't make that overnight. You've got to persevere at it, and you've got to put that leg work in. But believe me, when you do put the leg work in, the difference that it makes is just absolutely mind-blowing. Absolutely. That's Ryan Parr. I'm throwing with on the TikTok motion you mentioned, and I'm also using 6 darts rather than 3. Yeah, great. It's just a practice thing, that, and it's just works really well. Like I say, I've got these veracities. I've got them in gold and the standard, and they work really well for doing that, because obviously the darts are all the same. They're just a little bit of a different colour, but they're all the same, and they're all the same setup. They've all got both setups have got the click system on them with the standard flights and the short stems, so they work really well. And like you say, when you're putting 6 of them together, all that's about is getting the feeling, because it's all about a feeling. When you get that right, you'll know you've got it right, because when you throw one dart and you throw the next dart, it feels exactly the same. And then when you throw the third dart, it feels exactly the same. And when it does, that'll be your 180, because they'll all land in the same spot. If it feels the same, they're going the same. So yeah, really good one, that. We're using 6 darts. Another good one is, if you want to use the 3 darts, is use one of your spare darts and put it in the middle of the treble 20, and then throw your darts. So you're throwing your 3 darts at that actual dart. And again, all that is focus change. It's another thing I've said 1,000 times if I've said it once. When you throw at the dartboard, a lot of people throw at the board. Some people throw, when they're throwing at the 60, throw at the actual treble bed. But there's very few people who actually pick out a hair in the middle of it and throw at that. And that's all it does, is it takes your focus from board size to treble 20 size, yeah, to tiny little hair size. And you will probably miss on the same sort of margin of the whole as you do of the small. So that's another really, really great tip, that is. Get that focus nice and down. Right. Jammy Dodger. Oh, Jammy Dodger's in the house. Well, hang on a minute, he just went flying past there. Jammy Dodger, all right, mate. Welcome to the stream. It's James here from the West Midlands. I have autism. Have you ever played 301 double in, double out, and got any tips playing the Monday Night League? Make doubles your best mate. That is one of the core things of my teachings. When people come here and when I coach them, whether it be on the live streams here, on my videos, I always purport it. Double finishes. Use those doubles all the time. What I do is I play a game, and it's a really good practice game, this, especially if you're playing what you're playing. Play doubles. So basically what you're doing is you play 301, but you can only score on doubles or singles. You can't touch the trebles. So you've got to score on the doubles all the time, but it still allows you if you stray into the single. So if you're throwing for a double top and you stray into the 20, it still knocks 20 off your score. When you get more advanced, you can do it so as you're just using the doubles if you want, but that is quite an advanced game. And it can be quite frustrating if you're not like at a really high level already. So yeah, what you can do, like I say, is you doubles. So play 301 to start off with. You can use any double 3 times in one leg. So basically, if you start off and you go for 3 double tops and you hit 3 double tops, you can't then use it to finish, or in your next visit you've got to go down for 19s, 18s. So what I tend to do is I'll go for 2 double tops. So if I hit 2 double tops, I'll leave one in case I need it to finish. And then normally what I'll do is I'll come down and go for the bullseye, because don't forget your bullseye is worth 50, and you can still, your 25 still counts as well, but you can only hit them 3 times. So you can only hit the bull or the 25 on 3 occasions. And again, as you get more advanced, what you do, or what I do, because I'm more advanced, is I play the same game, but you can only hit any single treble bed 3 times in 3 legs instead of 1 leg. And the same with all the other rules. You can only hit it 3 times in 1 leg. So it's the more advanced, and you can make it more advanced than that if you want to by, as I say, only being allowed to score on the doubles, only being allowed to use a double 3 times in any 1 leg or any 3 legs, and this is a really tough game, this. And you can only finish on the doubles, you can't finish on the bull. So it's just one of them progressions. You just make it harder and harder and harder for yourself. Always make it just that little bit harder than what you can normally do. Right, now I'm pretty sure I saw, there it is, Dave's put 5 in. Right, cheers Dave, mate. I just stopped the chat there for a finger to answer that young lad. So let's get this back on again. Right, so this is for Dave. Cheers, Dave, mate. Absolutely love you. You're a star.
180.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dave. Really appreciated.
59.
Right, hang on a minute. Bigfoot Shabba's in.
41.
A little extra for fees. Thank you, Bigfoot Shabba. Thank you, Bigfoot. You're an absolute star. Thank you, Dave. Really, really appreciate that, lads. I really, really do. Thank you so much. Right, so here we go for Shabba. Shabba.
180.
Thanks so much for that, Shabba. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Some donuts.
30.
Yeah, it is greatly appreciated. I think it's you guys that keep me going at this. You really do. And I really, really do appreciate it. Just can't wait to get to that goal. That goal is just, that's my big beacon in the distance. And I really would have loved to have had a go at this over 50s things, but it's a closed shop, innit? They turned around and said there was going to be 2 outside qualifiers. So where were these qualifiers held? I didn't see where they were held. I didn't know anything about it until it was all over. So it winds you up, doesn't it? Well, winds me up anyway. Michael Connolly. Yeah, it's all about focus. I've fingered Ryan. Kieran does it. If you have a look at Kieran's reviews, you look at his dartboard. He's got tiny little dots in the middle of the doubles. If you've got an old board, right, that is a great thing to do. If you've got an old board in the shed that you don't use very often, fetch it out, get yourself a Sharpie, put a tiny little dot. Kieran's are quite big, right? But what you really want is you want some tiny, tiny little dots. So tiny little black dots in the centre of each and every treble. And then when you're playing, yeah, you throw for them dots. Do not throw for the double bed. Throw for the dot. Try and hit the dot with your dart and it'll drag your concentration down. And I'll tell you something now. That is 1,000 times better than going and spending 70 or 80 quid on a Champion's Choice board. I've got one. I bought one years and years and years ago. But believe me, the dot in the middle of it is better than that because it's fetching your focus a lot further down than even a practice board does. I just hit 2, but warming up. Practice routine from the information practice. Yeah. Like I say, that's what it's all about. It's all about, you've got to warm up. I mean, all right, people are going to turn around and say, well, you're not an athlete. Well, we're not an athlete, but your arm has still got to be warmed up before you actually use it in a serious manner. Because what happens is, when you start focusing and concentrating, you put tension into your arm, right? And if you don't warm it up properly, you can end up with a bad elbow. Loads of people suffer with a bad elbow, and some people suffer with bad muscles. And that is all because instead of throwing like I do, like this, get over here. Instead of throwing like I do, like this, absolutely carefree, they're like this, like throwing like this. And if you get yourself into that sort of state, you're never going to be a good dart player because you're fighting against yourself. And that is the worst thing in the world that you can do, is fight against yourself. Oh, hang on, there's another one in here. Oh, wow, Neil Migalski's in with 10 Canadian. Absolute awesome. Thank you so much, Neil. Thanks, mate. This is for you, mate, just for you.
180.
Neil's one of my top players, and he's the only other person in the world who's got one of these.
59.
He's the only other person in the world who's got one of these. And the reason for that was I was that impressed with the advances that he made over the time that he made them. I gifted him one of these. And it was the only other one that I had, and it's the only other one that's ever been made. So, there you go. And that tells you, I must have been impressed, mustn't I? And I was. He's an absolute star. Right now, there's loads of super chats coming in. So, if I miss you, if you put a super chat in and I've missed you, make sure you tell me, because it's very, very important to me that I acknowledge what you've done. It really is. Yeah, Kieran's videos, haven't they come on leaps and bounds, eh? Haven't they just? That last one, I think it was the Iron Man one that I watched, and I actually commented on it saying, look at the difference in your grouping. The difference in his grouping, the way that it's coming along, absolutely awesome. Absolutely. Right, where are we here? Hang on. Oh, thanks, AL. Thank you, mate. Absolute star. Thanks so much. 7. All right, Rich. Take care of yourself, mate, and I'll speak to you soon. Yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Thanks very much for that, fella. Ryan Park. Let's try and get. Would you recommend using a white flight or a black flight for aiming at crosshairs, Dave? Well, all depends on what your lighting system's like. To be honest with you, I use any. Doesn't matter to me. A lot of people like a light flight. Personally, I tell you what would be a really good thing to do, you know, is use, like I do on the thing on the veracities, not the scaracities, them are these. The veracities, if you look, I've got 1 black flight and 2 white flights. Now that's a real good one for practicing that. Throw your black flight in, depending on your lighting. Like I say, it could be the other way around if you want it that way. You could have 1 white flight and 2 black flights. But yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about for contrast. But yeah, if you want to single one out, I would use 1 white one and then 2 red ones, 2 blue ones, 2 green ones, 2 black ones, and just use that. Or the other way that you can do it, another great one, 6 in hand again. Use 1 with a white flight on it and 5 without, and just try your best to hit that dart. Try and destroy that flight on your first dart. Throw the first one in and then try and destroy that flight with the other thing of the other 5. Oh, Stephen Coltart's in, hang on a minute. Scottish lad does darts, right, Kieran? Thank you so much, mate. I'm running a little bit behind on the stream. Thanks very much, mate, Kieran. You're an absolute star. Love you to bits, mate. You know I do. Right, so this one's for Kieran.
180.
Top man, thank you so much. And I think we've got another one down here, which we have. We've got Stephen Coltart's in, and he's in with 2. Cheers very much, mate. Absolute start. And this one's for Steve.
180.
Boom. Oh, I think, what do you call it? I've been playing a bit more on Knacker, right, for everybody, so... Okay, Russ, you're getting a bit over-enthusiastic, but we'll let you off. Right, like I say, I've been playing a lot on Knacker recently, and I'm getting used to it now. So if anybody out there wants me a game, just keep your eye out on Knacker for me. And what I'll do is I'll start putting it out on Twitter and Facebook before I go on. I'm going to start trying to do some hour sessions on there and just play some of the fans and what have you. So if you fancy a game against me, we'll have a bit of a laugh and a joke while we do it. And what I'll do is I'll do the best first at 3 or something like that. So it's not like it is if we're going to do it on the stream. It'll be like 1 leg. At least you'll actually get 3 legs to talk to me and what have you. And we'll just do it that way. And then, like I say, I'm going to progress that on further into the future of either doing it online as like a competition or something like that. I might even do it as a little bit of a thing where you can put a donation in and we'll have a game of darts or something like that. I'm sure we can sort something out. It'll be quite entertaining as well. And I'll be able to give you a little bit of coaching. Obviously not, you won't have to pay for an hour's worth then. It'll just be whatever it is, and we'll just have 2 or 3 legs or 4 legs or whatever it runs out at. And we'll just chat and I'll give you some coaching while we're at it. Hiya Chris, mate. Chris Allwood's in. Hiya, mate. Hope you're well. What else have we missed there? Mr. Man of Darts. I've been trying to make a few. Ooh. Wow. Right, Mr. Man of Darts. I've been trying to make a few little videos, like a diary of progress. I'm seeing improvements in practice at the moment. I've adopted at the moment. It's working great for me. Yep. 2 feet on the floor, flat on the floor, mate. Stability. It's stability. It's like what we were talking about before, taking those anomalies out. Those variables, take the variables out. Even if you do it one at a time, take those variables out. And each and every time you take 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 variables out of it, you will see an improvement. You take as many out as possible, And that's when you'll get to the best dart player you can ever be. Take them out and just keep working at it. I like that one. I love that finger that, you know, mystery man of darts. That's mint, that is. Derek Oliver's in. I hear Derek, mate. I hope you're well. Dave, do you think Rob Cross double pause is a form of dartitis? No. What it is, it's a reset. What he's doing is he's making sure that he's got full focus on what he's doing. I teach that standing back. If you do go for trebles and what have you when you come down to a finish, and sometimes it can throw you off your stride. If you go for a double and miss it, and it's something or go for a treble, I should say, to start your finish off, and you miss it, sometimes you're searching for where you need to go next. And that's what Rob does, is he stops and rubs his leg, and what he's doing is he's thinking. It's not dartitis. Dartitis is when you pull the dart back and you can't let go of it. Rob Cross has no difficulty in letting go of the dart, I don't think. Right, hang on, let's get back up here. Right, so Rob Cross, Ryan Parr, I don't know your opinion on this, Dave, until I have white flights. Each flight. Right, get yourself some stickers. If you go to the, ask your mum, if you go to a stationery shop, right, you can buy tiny little dots. You can buy tiny little dot stickers. They'll do just as good and they won't damage your board. I can understand your mum don't want you writing on it, which is absolutely fine, yeah, I can understand that totally. But yeah, you can get some tiny little stickers from the stationery shop, and little round whites, or you can buy whites, pinks, yellows. Sometimes you get them in like a kit with loads of them in. And all you do is just stick one of them. Just stick one of them in your double. And don't forget, if you want to, if you don't want your mum shouting at you, you can put them in 1 or 2 doubles. So let's say today we're practicing on double 16, but you never practice on one. So let's say we're doing double 16, double 18 and double 9. Yeah, so what you do is you put a sticker in each one of them. 4 or 5 visits for each, and see how many holes you can put in that sticker and see if you can destroy it. That's another good one for you. Or, don't forget, the other way you can do it is you can get yourself a piece of A4 paper and you can draw the black dots on a piece of A4 paper and then just slide it up underneath you, slide it onto your outer ring, your number ring, and then just slide it down until it mates up with where your double is. And then obviously you can't see the double, all you can see is a white piece of paper with a dot in it. That's another good one for focusing, for drawing your focus down. Right, so let's go. Right, so KEB, I am 8, hope you're well. Change my throw to dynamite grip and my throw has got a lot better. Thanks, Dave. Yep, no worries, mate. I was actually expecting you to say there that it got a lot worse, because it usually does before it gets better. But if you're straight out of the blocks and it's improving for you straight away, that is absolutely phenomenal. I get a lot of reports where people say, oh, I've changed to your stance and what have you, but they've probably only been doing it a couple of hours or something and said, well, I'm a lot worse now than I was before. Well, yeah, because you always go down when you're learning something before you come up the other side. But that's great to hear that, Mr. KEB. Chris Aylwood improved a lot since last we spoke on stream. If you remember, improvements being great, I'm close to an 80 average. Well, look at that, lads and lasses, an 80 average, just by watching the live streams and having a watch of the videos and what have you. And just, it's obviously this is Chris's own interpretation of it. Now, if he came and had some coaching, I'd be able to put probably another 5 points on top of that, so we'd be at an 85, 90 average. Okay, guys, bear with me. Oh, Gaileen's in. Here we go. Here we go. Right. Oh, don't run away. Don't run away. Run away. Where have you gone? Ah, there she is. Okay, guys, bear with me. Just put into practice my tips. Torso and feet. And just got a 180. So there you go, sweetheart. That's number 2. Hey, Aileen's got to have another one of these. She's got to have another one of these.
180.
Aileen, you absolute star. See what I mean? See what I mean? just making those little bits of improvements in your stance and what have you, making sure that you get on that hockey in exactly the right place every time. Every time. Make sure you match right. Make yourself one of those strings, that thing that I make on the video. If you go back and find the video, I can't remember what it's called. I'll send you a link for it later on. And it shows you how to make one of those strings. And all you need to do then is just fire your dart into the bull, pull it down, and just make sure that you're 7'9¼ is in the right spot. And make sure you're in that same spot every time, and that'll make another massive difference. That's great, that, Eileen. Absolutely love it. Fantastic. Couple of hours practice. There you go. I mean, look at Stu McNally, eh? Hiding out there, Mr. Stewart. He's getting loads of 180s now. He's still not happy, but he must be one of those people that never will be. No, I'm only kidding, Stu. I'm only messing, mate. But yeah, it's quite a lot of 180s now. And that's exactly what you do. You start to climb, and you should never look back. Never look back, and never allow yourself to go back to the way that you used to do things, because I've seen 1 or 2 people do that and all. Because that thingy, for the first probably 12 months, 18 months, that little demon will be coming back trying to drag you back where you came from. Don't ever let it. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep repairing it. If anything goes wrong, you've only got 3 or 4 or 5 elements in it. They're dead easy to put right. Learning that canal. Out on 3. Took me out on there. I'll send you, what do you call it, Neil? I'll get on there. I might even go on after this if we finish early enough. Chris, yeah, well, you do have a rhythm. But the thing is with Rob Cross, you see, is he has a rhythm, but he's able to stop and start again. He finds that works for him. But again, we're talking about professional players now. Rob Cross, MVG, all the new ones that are coming up. D'Souza, who does all this with his fingers before he throws his darts. All that, I predict, right, so you can hold me to this one, I predict over the next 5 years, the ones that come in from the bottom level will be far more mechanical than the ones that are going out at the top level. The lads that come in from the bottom, and the lasses, will start to get more and more mechanical, because the game, the thing of the averages in the games are going higher. Same as Formula 1, same as professional football, don't matter what it is. As the game attracts more money, it makes people become more professional. And the margins for error become smaller and smaller and smaller. Believe me, 10 years time, right, and an 100 average will be, I wouldn't say pub average, but it'll probably be Super League average. And then on the actual telly, you're going to be looking at 120s, 120, 125 average for the games. And that is where it will go, because the elite will become more and more professional. Whereas at the moment, we're sort of like halfway there, 3/4 of the way there. But the competition will just be getting better and better and better. And I'm hoping with this channel and the things that I've done over the last 5 years, 6 years, it's improving the thing of the game in the pub. I can't wait to get back into the pub to see how some of the locals, because I know there's a lot of locals around here that watch my live streams. They've watched me in the pub before it all closed down, and like they just watch me and they'd just be shaking their heads and their mouths would be open, because they'd be throwing at like 30 average, 32, 35 average, and then they watch someone like me who's thrown in the pub loads and loads of times, an 100+ average, and now they've been watching the channel because they've watched me and they know who I am and everything, and I can't wait to see the difference that it's made to the pub darts in this area, and I just think it's going to be phenomenal. I'm convinced. Chris Elwood, does anyone what average is the standard to win games at county level? Oh, you're looking at mid-70s, aren't you? I think personally, county, you're probably 70, 80 average. If you think, don't forget you've got a lot of lads at county that are professionals as well. So I would say average 70 to 85, and then when you get in from like 90 upwards, you're talking you're talking telly standard then. Not really the 180s, it's the consistency. And that's what I'm seeing more with high 50s, early 60s, average usually 8 or 9 legs. There's nothing wrong with that, mate. And like you say, you'll build on it. You'll build on it, and like as I've said as I say to everybody, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, and it's just one of those things. It'll improve. Those margins for accuracy will get smaller and smaller and smaller, which means you'll become a better and better dart player. Oh, Neil's back from Neil's Darts. Mr. Bell, hello, Mr. Bell. Right, Mystery's in, $9.99. Mystery Man of Darts, thank you so much, mate. Let's get you a earn 80.
180.
Absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. Makes a massive, massive difference. Thanks. Back Neil, Chris L would really want to try the development tour. Yeah, well, that's it. There's a lot of stuff that needs to come back the way that it was. I'm just hoping, I'm praying, not just hoping, I'm praying that they don't mess about with the UK Open. I want it to go back where it was, and I want it to happen exactly the way that it used to happen. I don't want them to change that, because it's been what I would class as a winning formula for years and years. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Chris Aylwood, one day, Kieran, I'll win one of your cards. That's the whole idea, though. I think the card, to be honest with you, the way when I do cards and stuff like that, which I very rarely do now because I haven't got PayPal, so I can't do anything like that. But when I used to do cards, I never did them with the intention of winning. I always did them with the intention of helping whoever it was who was doing them, because I used to do quite a lot of Tom Snoopy Wilson's. I used to go on there, on quite a lot of his. I used to give him loads of shirts, darts, all sorts of stuff, just to help him out. And that's what it's all about. It's all about us all helping each other out. James Bourne's in. Oh, Mr. James Bourne. Oh, what should we do to James? I think it's got to be lines, don't you? I think it's got to be lines. Seeing as we can't actually physically get to him and give him the cat o' nine tails, we'll have to give him some lines. Or should we make him stand in the corner? I'm only kidding, mate. Don't think it. I'm only kidding, James. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Right, so let's have a bit of a chuck. So what shall we do? Shall we swap darts and we'll have a go with something different? Like I say, I can't wait to get this this knacker thing on. Right, let's have a go with these. Do you know something? I'm going to have another go with these. I absolutely love these darts, you know. I keep pulling them out at least once every session, don't I? And these are the ones that Kieran sent me, the Falcons. I just absolutely love these, you know. There's just something about them. Absolutely love them. There's something about the grip, something about the way that they're balanced. They're a little bit forward weighted. Very tiny little bit forward weighted. Oh dear, come on, David. That was a good one, wasn't it? 66. Clickety click. 66. Yes, I do. I really do like these. Oh, that was let's see if we can get the other one in. Ah, rubbish. Oh, I had a thing here, 9, the other day when the stream was going all Pete Tong. I threw one and it landed in the treble one, and I thought, oh, sod it, I'll have a go with the others. And it hit them. Oh dear, come on, David. Right, let's concentrate now. Not like that. That's what our Scottish friends had called pish. Dean Brown's in, all right, mate. Anthony Puglisi, the Falcons fly really well. Been using them on set of designer Patriots. I've not had a look at those designers. I'm going to have a look at, there's a few different darts I want to get. Kieran's put me onto a really good site on eBay, and I'm going to think what are these? Not discount darts. What is it, Kieran? You tell us. It's not discount darts. It's like what do they call them? Not end of line. Oh, I'll tell you, my brain. Smith will win today. So you think Mike Smith? You mean? I'm assuming you're talking about Mickey. Oh, pulled it for a 140. $81. Clearance, darts clearance. That's the one. Cheers, Kieran. Starman. Darts clearance on thingy on eBay. Tell them that Kieran from Darts Thingy, the Scottish lad does darts reviews, sent you. And then hopefully Clearance Darts will sort Kieran out with a bit of a discount. They should do. I know he's sent a load of stuff, a load of business their way. What am I doing? Get my arm on the stop might be a good idea, mightn't it? Instead of wafting it about all over the place. Bad lad. It still didn't make any difference. Right, what else have we got? What have we got? Tell you what, shall we disturb all neighbours? They're great to deal with. That's good, that. £9, just about to have 3 legs 501 against the computer. Using your way, Dave. My average before was 45 to 50. I know it won't come that quick. No, it won't. It won't come that quick, fella, no. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a throw with these, which are the 50-gram dobbers. These are the meteors, the 50-gram meteors. Let's have a bit of a chuck with these. And Starman is in. Hiya, mate. Hope you're well. And Starman. Yeah, hey, I think I recognise it. Have you been on before? I think you have. And if you haven't, welcome to the channel and welcome to the madhouse, shall we call it. How do you deal with dips in form? It's technique. It's all about technique, mate. Dips in form, what you're actually trying to achieve is when you have a dip in form, obviously you have peaks and everybody loves them and everybody thinks they're fantastic. But don't forget, for every peak, you've got to have a trough. And what you've got to do is you've got to try and level that out so your peaks and troughs are as small as possible. And that seriously is all down to technique. It's down to technique, structured practice. Never ever practice by just flinging your darts at the board. Ever. And you should always have a practice routine. And then when you finish the practice routine, what I always do is I spend 15 minutes or so playing legs against the bot. So it has to be structured. And if you practice in a structured way and you use a mechanical throw, then you think your actual consistency and your dips in form will just think they'll become smaller and smaller and smaller. All my darts and dart supplies from the UK. So much cheaper. Yeah, it is. The US is very expensive for darts. Wayne Flint, Dave, go and get a beer. Well, that sounds like I've been told, doesn't it? So it'd be rude to refuse, wouldn't it? You know what he wants? He just wants to see if the mic still works downstairs, doesn't it? I shall be back in a minute. Oh. Oh. No, just get myself a beer. Yeah, stream's going really well tonight, yeah. Yeah, quite a lot actually. The lads and lasses are being very generous tonight, I must say. Right, where did I put me? Ah, there it is. No, I was just looking for me. What do we call it? I'll put a bit of a splash in it. There we go. I'm a different person. Turn my world around. And that, lads and lasses, is why I never do karaoke. I'm back again. Oh, what's going on here? My doofus fell off. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Right, it's still there anyway. Roll on the 21st away at May. I'm absolutely buzzing. Rip my throat to pieces. I won't be ripping it to pieces. All I'll be doing is changing it. There's no ripping it to bits, mate. All it is about change to improve. As we say in the coaching videos, it's the putting it right section. Or change to improve. There we go, lads and lasses. A beautiful drink in a beautiful glass. Look at me hobgoblin glass. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, 11 a.m. here. A little early for a beer. Yeah, well, you hold off, Anthony, and have one later for me. Right, what else have I missed? Could you show and throw the super darts you showed in the giveaway video from earlier? Right, oh, of course I can, mate. Of course I can. So your request is my command. Let me just finish off. We've got here. Dave, get a beer. Oh wow, it all went a bit peaked on there. Then to practice your C game. Yeah, A and B game. Always make your B game one notch, or try to make your B game one notch below your A game. Because when it's 10 notches below, like a lot of people's are, you have a proper fall into bits, and it destroys your confidence, and it takes a long time. When you've come that far down the stairs, it takes a long time to get back up again. If you're only coming down one step, it's only one step to go back up. If you're coming down 10, you've got to get 10 back up again. Wayne Flint still working downstairs, Steve. Never too early for a beer. No, especially in the airport, Stu. You can't beat a thing, can you? A 7 o'clock in the morning beer in the airport. Just all your content of structured practice do you have set? Dave, I watched all your content of structured practice. Do you have set routine practice for each day? No, because I think it's one of them. If you've ever done like exercises you've got no choice, you've got to do. When I had my knee done, there were certain exercises that I had to do every day, and I hated them because I had to do them every day. And that's why I don't personally, don't forget, a lot of people are going to feel totally different about this than I do. And a lot of people are going to like the idea of having something set to do on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and a Friday, whereas I'm the total opposite. If I have to do so, if I know that I've got to do something set every day, it gets to a point where I don't like it anymore, if you know what I mean. It gets to be a chore, I suppose. So what I do is I have a bucket. I've got a bucket full of different practice routines. And what I'll do on a day is I'll just decide what I'm going to concentrate on that day. So it could be doubles, could be finishing, it could be scoring, it could be a certain like routine, like across the bull, what I call across the bull. So basically what you do is you throw for double one, treble one, bullseye. If you hit all three of them, you go treble 19, double 19, treble 19, bullseye, and you just go across from the board. And what you do is you have 3 visits for each. If you don't hit every one of the segments in the 3 visits, you move on anyway. Because the worst thing you want to do is just hammer and hammer and hammer at one thing, because it'll drive you crackers and it'll spoil the game for you. Right, oops, it's non. Computer is wrong. Oh, it's noon. Computer's wrong. Oh, that's all right. The thing is the sun over the yard arm. If the sun's over the yard arm, you can have a beer. Reckon I'll be all right, mate. You love mine. Well, we'll see 1 or 2 more when you're down here then, hopefully. Or up here. You're down, you're towards London. I'm up, I'm near north. Wayne Farrow's in. Hello, Wayne. Congratulations, mate. I hope you're over the moon, mate. Congratulations for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Now all I need you to do is get in touch with me with your thingy, with your address, your postal address. Could have a word with Glenn Durham. Hey, he knows where I am. I'm pretty sure probably about 70 or 80% of the professionals know exactly who I am. Because obviously I think I had quite a lot of dealings with Chris Mason and what have you, and they all talk. So I'm sure they know who I am, and I'm sure I'd be able to sort him out and all. There's a few professional players I'd be able to sort out, but whether the game and the professionals are ready for me or not, I don't know. Because as you know, I don't do any of that pandering. I don't say, if somebody says to me they think they know better than me, then I just send them on the way. Because if they know better than me, they don't need me, do they? Right, so what we got here? Let's see if we can find some nice stems for these. Oh. Hey up. Hey up, Monsignor. I got 3 sets of these. No, I haven't. These are Johannes, aren't they? Right, so we've got 1, 2. It's alright, bear with me, lads and lasses. I shall be with you in a second. Where's this one gone? It's alright, I'm just looking for these super darts. As you can see, it's all nice and tidy in here after Friday. After Friday messing about. Friday's mess. I'm messing about. Oh, right, here we go. There we go. Right, we've got them. We've got them. Right, so these are the Travis Borers. These are the Travis Borer Super Darts. If you go back in my videos, you'll see I have actually thrown these on camera once before, I think, or maybe twice. And I think when they first came in, I think it was either the 2nd visit or 3rd visit, I hit a 180 with them. I don't think I'll do that tonight, like, but there you go. We can have a go. Hi, Wayne. Yep, no worries. So you did notice that you won the draw then, did you? Hey, Wayne, did you actually notice that you won the draw? I didn't know whether you'd noticed or not. After 8 years due to no improvement. Knowing when to give up or lost cause and stop wasting time is wisdom. I don't know, Adam. I don't think anything's ever a lost cause. I think you might have lost your way a little bit, and I think a lot of players do that. But as I say, why could you not find any improvement? There's got to be a reason there. Obviously, without seeing you, I wouldn't be able to tell what improvements could be made with some small changes, because Aileen Harvey's on here, and she's just made some very minor changes. She was already doing the Dynamite Dave way for probably 12 months, maybe a little bit more than that. She commissioned a coaching video off me last week. I sent it to her this morning, probably about dinner time, maybe a little bit after dinner time. She's altered her stance, done a few of the little bits that I've told her to do. and she's at a second ever 180. She hit one about a month ago, and today, just with those few little adjustments, she's hit another one. Hi Dave, Adam Scott. Hi Dave, new to your live stream. I recently quit playing after 8 years. Oh right, yeah, that's the one I was just answering. Sorry mate. Wayne Farrell. Doing well, my average is starting to go up. Yeah. Always starts off with the first steps, Wayne. You've got to get the technique right first, mate, before you can expect any massive differences in average. But usually within the first, like I say, week or so, you can tell the difference in the technique that you're using, and you just know that it's right. Can you try a bow tie with the super darts, Dave? I think it's the bull and 2 opposing trebles. Oh, bow tie. Oh, see. Right. So, e.g. 23, 11 on 6. Right, so basically your bow tie, if I remember if what you're talking about is what I think you're talking about, it's treble 11, bullseye, treble 6. Or if you're going for a big bow tie, it's double 11, bullseye, double 6. They're all good. They're really good practice routines, mate. Yeah. Dave Laminx, question mark. Huh? James Bond, what is your average? What was it? It's not going to be that much difference at the moment, mate. He's only been doing it a couple of weeks. With Glenn just now. Mental side more than anything. I think, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he had long COVID, and I believe that's a terrible thing to have. I mean, I've not got it myself, obviously. What? Did I win? Yes, mate, you did win. You did win. You won first prize. You won first prize or first giveaway. So you get to choose what you want. So you can have any one of the sets of darts that are on the stream. You can have a Dynamite Dave shirt. Just get in touch with me through email and thingy, and I'll tell you exactly what you can have and thingy. And all I need then is your address and what have you, and I'll post it to Canada for you. Take a couple of weeks to get there. Simple as that. Today, not had a chance. Yeah, it's I think something's going awry with your capitals there, mate. I think you got your cap lock stuck on. Oh, so Smith won, did he? Smith won Michael. Scott might have to visit you in person, Dave. Whereabouts are you based? Well, we'll get that out of your head anyway, because I wouldn't say there's no such thing as eye dominance, but if you haven't got a medical condition where you've got a fault with your eye, that eye dominance, 99.9% of the people that I've coached after they've been here, it's hard to explain, but I don't consider anything that's in someone's head to be a medical fact unless they've got an actual medical diagnosis for it. So after you've been to me, mate, you won't be eye dominant anymore. Oh, I'm in Manchester, in a little town called Hyde, just off the M60. You see, if you come off the M60 onto the M67, you'll see a little place next to the M67 called Hyde. That's where I live. There's a couple of really nice cheap hotels near me, and when you come for coaching, it happens in the studio. So you'll be here where I am now, where we're talking now. This is where I do the coaching. Can't do any live coaching until officially the 12th of May. So I've been booking people in from the 12th of May onwards. What's that? I tried to get on Friday. Yeah, it's thingy. Wayne, Friday's thingy. Friday's live stream was a disaster, mate. I don't know what it was. From what I can gather, it was a couple of things. the camera, this one that you're looking at me on now, if you move it, it does something to the USB port, and apparently Streamlabs is very sensitive. So if I start trying to move my laptop now and the USB plugs move a tiny little bit, it causes the camera to freeze. And that's what started it all last week. It was because I moved the camera so we could see the knacker when I was playing people live. I've got a solution to that, hopefully, and I'm hoping that that'll all be sorted by next week, because I don't mind doing it the way where you have it in the bit of your screen and down here, basically, there, down there, like Neil does. But what I'd prefer to do, if I can, is get it so as you can see the whole of knacker, so you can see the two dartboards, and then you'll be able to see me throwing into the dartboard and also the opponent. So I'm hoping that I'll get all that fixed. But yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare. I don't know whether Michael's out there, Michael, my lad, Michael Llewellyn. He was on Friday and he couldn't get through. I've meant to text you, Mike, about 4 times, and just it's gone out of my head. We ended up at that barbecue today, and it's my fault, Mike. Just went totally out of my head. But yeah, we what do we call it? We had a bit of a nightmare on Friday with the stream. Just did a Robin Hood on me L Styles. Ouch! Have you broke them? Have you broke one? Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, Wayne. Getting that consistency on the 60s. Get your technique right, get your grouping right, and then we move on from there. Right, so we've got the thing of the super darts, so let's have a chuck with them. These are really quite thin, these. They're a nice barrel, nice length, nice weight. Oh, just underneath. 81. Not bad for the first chuck with them. And I ain't chucked them for a while. A good while. There we go. Straight back in again. Oh, come on! Pulled the last one. Ah, well. Almost, you sausage. Wayne Flint, wife had COVID, it was hard. Right-handed thrower. I stand on the left of the hockey. Sounds strange. 8 tons. Beating the computer 5-3. Well, like I say, if that works for you and you're happy with the way that you're throwing and what have you, that's awesome. Right, come on. Oh, I thought I was going to Robin Hood that then. Just looked like it was going in the right direction, didn't it? They're a nice dart, these. Not bad at all. Grip level's not massive on them. I'd say probably a 2.5. 85. Yeah, Travis Bora darts. Well, you should know all about that, Neil. You've given me. Cheers, man. And I'd like to say thank you again. Yeah. I've got thingy, by the way, Neil. I'm not giving your set of darts away. I've got another set. See, those ones that I've got hold of are the ones that Neil gave me. And as you can see, that's the set that I'm giving away. So, Neil very, very kindly sent me these darts and we were going to do a dual review on them. And as it does, we got distracted, things changed and what have you, and we still need to do it. We still need to do this, Neil. Seriously. Still need to do that. And that shows you how impressed I was with them. I bought another set. My goal is to be live streaming in 3 months, hopefully, so everyone will. Your content's good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to contact you and all, Kieran. I'm going to see if there's a way, if we can use your phone and what have you, and see if we can get you on one at live streams. I'm going to see if I can get you on if there's any way I can get you on my live stream. Andy Starman, how about a Dynamite Dave subscriber tournament? Yeah, there's all sorts of things we've talked about that can happen after this COVID thing's finished. What I might do is I might have a bit of an invitational, maybe hire a room out somewhere, get some dartboards put up, because there's a pub near me that's got an upstairs room where they do functions, and I think they've got mountings for 3 or 4 dartboards up there, so that'd make a really good night, that. And I think I've been going there years, so I don't think they'd charge me for the room. If they don't, then it'd just be a really good social. Really good social. Hold a little bit of a tournament. Be good fun. Wayne Flint, you're welcome, mate. You're welcome. Looking forward to seeing you live streaming. Yeah, I am and all. Can't wait for Kieran to start live streaming. It'd be good, that. Real good. What's the most common reason for pulling the last dart? Thinking normally it's what I call 2 at home and 1 away. What happens is on your last dart, your concentration level drops. So for me, what it usually takes me 5 or 10 minutes of actually throwing to get my head in the right place. It's very difficult for me to chat to the computer and throw massive scores. I get the odd 180. I've had a few 180s while we've been on the live streams, haven't I, lads and lasses? Loads and loads. I did, I think it was 3 or 4 140s in a row. I've done all that sort of stuff, but it's not the same as playing a game. When I play a game, my attitude and everything changes. I find it, especially if I'm playing for money. If I'm playing for money, there'd be no more talking and stuff. But yeah, it's just totally different when you're doing this. Mark Kennedy's in. Hiya, Mark, mate. Hope you're well. Message love darts. He did. Yeah, he's watching me call it. I think I love Mark. He's brilliant, fantastic content, and his actual technical abilities are absolutely awesome. It's just he's asked me to go on the stream with him, but he messaged me like halfway through Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yeah, he comes on at 7:30 on a Saturday, and I don't. And a lot of the time on a Saturday's like family day, so that's why I don't do any streaming. It's very rare I reply to anybody on a Saturday, because that's like family day. I either go and help my son or my daughter or my other son over there, over towards Hull. I've got one lad who lives over towards Hull, so he's about 2 hours away. And we sort of like spend time amongst that sort of thing on a Saturday. And I think it's twice he's contacted me to come on the stream with him. The last one was like a Zoom. He was going to try and do a Zoom thing, but like I say, I need to know the day before. I'll get to speak to him at some point anyway. And I just need to know the day before so I can, I can adjust the day to get back here in time to get on the Zoom call and what have you, and to get all that sorted. But yeah, I would absolutely love to go on Love Darts. That's a bit of a one, isn't it? Love to go on Love Darts. Yeah, I have had a few sherbets, yeah. I had one or two. Just 1 or 2, honest, well, at the barbecue, and I'm just having another one now. Well, I was told I had to go and get one, so. And it'd be rude to refuse your fans, wouldn't it? Have you tried Darts Corner yet? Oh, Dart Connect, I haven't, no. I haven't tried that yet. That's the one you pay for, isn't it? Check out Dart Connect. Yeah, is that the one where you pay £4 a month for it or something, or £5 a month? But the thing is that the thing with data connecting, I'm pretty sure about this. I'm sure I've heard a few people say you actually do get to play some of the big players. I know a few of the guys have played some of the big lady play, not big lady players, but you know what I mean, the famous lady players. Be bloody careful what you say nowadays, aren't you? Oh, come on. Pulled it a little bit again. Six there. I use Data Connect, it's good. But of course, a bit tipsy myself. It was 22 US. Is that for a year? I'm sure I paid £24 for the year. Wondering if you hit 9 data. I've had a few. Now I class it as not official, but if you go off the Matt Edgar, the way he said, you can class it as an official one. The way I see it, right, is if it hasn't been witnessed, like on camera, or say done it in a pub in a competition, I don't class it as. I've actually had 4, believe it or not. I've had 4 9 darters. I've had 3 in practice where I've been on my own, but actually playing a game against the computer, so against the actual tablet itself, and I've had 1 in front of my brother, but obviously that to me still doesn't count. The only way I consider it to be a proper 9 darter is if it's either in a competition or it's in front of a bunch of witnesses. If it's not in front of a bunch of witnesses, it doesn't really count for much, in my opinion. But Matt Edgar says if you actually start a leg and do a 9 darter, it doesn't matter if you're on your own practicing or anything, but as long as it's got a start and a finish, and that is a 9 darter, you don't start throwing, and then you hit your first 180, then you hit another 180, and then say, oh, now I'm going for a 9 darter. He says that doesn't count, whereas I see it a little bit more puristically, I suppose, than he does. I think that if it's not witnessed, and I mean, it was witnessed by my brother, but that still doesn't, it's not the same as doing it on camera, if you know what I mean. Lady players in the March weekend challenge. Yeah, some of them are really good, aren't they, the lasses? Dart Connect, $24. Adam Scott, pretty good. I never done leg less than 14 darts. I did one against Thingy, Love Darts, a couple of weeks ago. I had an 11 darter against him. If I remember rightly, it was 100, 125, 180, left me 96, and I did 96, treble 20, double 18. Yeah, treble 20, double 18 for 11 darts. Oops, yes, 24 per year, £2 a month. Yeah, it's cheap as chips. I thought it was a lot more than that. I thought it was £4 or £5 a month, and I didn't know you could do it on a yearly one. So I'll sort that out after this live stream. Like I say, it's a bit of a toss up because this month I'm scraping to try and get the money together for a grand board, which then I'll be able to play Neil from Neil's Darts and whoever else is on it, like Soft Tip Central, UK and US, and I've been told there can be some good money to be made in it. So that is another thing that's a great investment for me if it fetches me that next step towards being able to leave work and make a living out of doing this. So if I can do online soft tip tournaments or go and do soft tip tournaments, which will actually pay me a living, then that frees me up for more time that I can spend with you guys. Well, it's been a great stream. I've got to go sort some stuff out. Right, Mystery Man of Darts, thank you very much for the donation. It's really, really appreciated, mate. Thanks so much, and hopefully we'll see you again next Friday. And it's now 19:35, so I've done an hour and a half. So we'll give it 5-10 minutes, lads and lasses. We'll have the 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll call it a draw for tonight, and I'll go and watch a movie with my good lady. An idea, I'll message you after the stream. Yeah, nice one, Neil. Top man, top man. Yeah, you can message me after the stream. No problem with that. I'll take my phone down with me. And hang on a minute, I've got creaky floorboards. Ooh. I hope that wasn't a mouse. Sounded more like an elephant than a mouse, didn't it? Excellent. Yeah, so Neil, I'll speak to you after the stream. Like I say, give everybody 5 or 10 minutes like we normally do to say ta-ra to everyone. And then we'll be back on Friday. And I've really enjoyed this stream. I hope has it run nice and smoothly. I hope it has. If anybody's been here from the beginning and watched most of it, just tell me, make sure that this has actually run smoothly tonight. And if it has, I'll be over the moon. Mike Connolly, plenty of 29 darters. Oh, ton. Not bad, is it, considering I haven't thrown these for ages? Let's come down and have a go for 19th. See what we can do on there. Oh, Steve Lamore. Thanks, mate. Thank you so much. 140. 140. What an absolute star. Let me get you your 180. Yeah, brilliant. It's been a brilliant stream, lads. I've absolutely loved it. Thank you so much for your support. Absolutely awesome. What does that say? I hit a 9 darter last week on stream. Hit a single 5, a single 1 and a triple 1. You had me going there, mate. You had me going. Right, you didn't run then. I was going to say, I'm going to get in my car, I'm going to come up to Scotland and give you a hug right now. I've never even thought about who I throw like. I have got people that think that I see as being really good natural throwers like Tony O'Shea, Michael Smith, slightly more extreme than that. You've got, is it Jamie? Oh God, it's gone out of my head. You know who I mean anyway. The lad who throws from over here, it's a bit more extreme, but do you know something? I'm absolutely useless with names. Absolutely useless. So if I ever meet any of yous, right, and I can't remember your name, that's why, because I'm useless with them. Yep, take care, everybody. Thanks very much for that finger, that late one in there, Steve. You're an absolute star. Love you to bits, mate. 100. Like I say, I'm going to have to try and get all the different callers. And again. And again. Right. So, 121, we'll call it a draw. Right. Take care, everybody. You know I love yous all to bits. Don't forget, as it says on the shirt, other way, you'll no, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Read that one. You'll only ever get out of this game what you're prepared to put in. And don't forget, lads and lasses, always, 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 toe to the hockey! Great stuff. I'll see you next Friday. And hopefully now that this has gone all smoothly this week, it should be great next week because I'll unplug it on Friday. I mean, I'll unplug it on Thursday night for Friday, so we get plenty of good things going through. Just up. Oh, Love Darts has just uploaded. Right, I'll go and have a look at that. Yep, bye all, bye everybody. Take care of yourselves now, and we'll see you on Friday. And don't forget, toe to the hockey. Keep them tight and get that mechanical throw right. See you again soon, lads.